Another fresh edition of Poly Playbook.
We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics.
I'm Connor McCarthy.
I'm Nate Edelman.
I'm Brian Chong.
Poly Playbook starts now.
Who do you think will win the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Patriots are going to win.
Hi, I'm Joe Schatz, and I'm here at Spanos Stadium.
I'm Megan Healy here at Staples Center.
Myself will be taking on Sierra Highland, best pitcher in Big West softball history. Let's see how this goes.
Tune in every week to Poly Playbook, right here on Mustang News.
Hello, and welcome to another fresh edition of Poly Playbook. We're serving up all the hot action, cool plays, and everything in between for Cal Poly Athletics. I'm Lauren Kozicki. Poly Playbook starts now. Last week, men's and women's basketball competed in the Big West tournament. The men's basketball team lost to UC Santa Barbara in the Big West Conference Tournament quarterfinals last Thursday. The Gauchos held an early lead, ending the first half 45-18. Cal Poly was unable to keep up with Santa Barbara and lost with a final score of 75-53. Despite their defeat, the Mustangs' free throw percentage of 78% is the second highest in program history, and junior guard Donovan Fields set a new program record with a 92.6% mark.
They weren't hitting as many threes. They didn't feel like they were really knocking down as many threes these last two games. They came out hot first half, and even the second half, they just continued that. They just were knocking down threes. It just felt like they were knocking down more threes. Like Coach said, we didn't go over any stats or anything, but it just felt like every time we would get a stop, go on a run, they hit a big three and really crush our run like that.
But at the end of the day, he who makes buckets wins game. It's a real simple philosophy, and hats off to Santa Barbara's multi-prong attack.
The women's basketball team traveled to Anaheim last weekend to face CSUN in the Big West Tournament semifinals in the Honda Center and lost 73-50. Lynn Leopepe had 13 points and 9 rebounds for the Mustangs, and Din Leopepe scored 12 points. Cal Poly came as close as 71-50 late in the fourth and ended their season 17-12 overall. The ladies will graduate a class of 7 seniors.
Make better decisions as a player, and then just having, there's going to be adversity when you play, and I saw that today.
But we've been so fortunate to get the players that just have incredible work ethics. And so I think that really is the signature of this senior class.
I think we just created issues for ourselves, really. We put ourselves in a hole, and we weren't really moving the ball as well as we wanted to coming into the game. That was our game plan, was to have really good ball movement and player movement as well. So I think us as a team just finding the quicker adjustment once we were starting to face those.
The baseball team played New Mexico State at home today, winning 5-4. They fell to 6-10 overall after a tough loss against Nebraska last weekend, losing both games in their doubleheader. The opening game resulted in a loss of 22-3, and the Mustangs lost the nightcap 13-2. Tonight, Cal Poly is hosting New Mexico as part of the 7-game homestand and will host San Diego State next weekend in Baggett Stadium. Today, the Mustangs came in trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. Cal Poly came out swinging. Here in the first inning, Tate Samuelson grounds out, but Kyle Marincons is able to score on the throwing error to give the Mustangs a 2-0 lead. Rain came and forced a delay. New Mexico would rally and ended up tying the game at 4 in the top of the 9th inning. A wild pitch in the 9th led the Mustangs to win the game 5-4. Cal Poly softball had their home opener this past weekend. Sydney Finkel has the highlights.
Opener as they won all 4 of their games in the Share Slow Mustang Classic. The Mustangs offense started off strong as senior third baseman Stephanie Hayward beats the throw to first base. The Mustangs continued hit after hit to score 2 runs in the 4th inning with Haley Martin's sacrifice fly. Pitcher Lindsey Chalmers earned 3 wins on the weekend, throwing 2 complete games with 2 shutouts. Chalmers struck out 15 total batters for the weekend. Pitcher Shelby Jeffries went on to help the Mustangs secure Game 2, striking out the batter to earn herself a save. But Jeffries didn't stop there as she hit 2 home runs this weekend, going 4 for 8 with 4 RBIs. The Mustangs came out on top 3-0, 2-1, 4-1, and 4-3. Cal Poly moved to 13-9 overall.
The softball team will take on Illinois and Fresno State this weekend. The men's and women's track and field team competed in a meet against UC Santa Barbara and UC Riverside. The women's team defeated both of their opponents, beating UC Riverside 112-70 and edging out UC Santa Barbara 97-96. The men's team was able to defeat UC Riverside, scoring 94 to UC Riverside's 85. However, they fell short against UC Santa Barbara, losing 105-84. Cal Poly won a combined total of 12 events. The men's and women's team's next competition is the Share Slow Invitational, March 23rd. Cal Poly Beach Volleyball swept all three of their non-conference opponents this past weekend in Santa Cruz. Cal Poly took down opponents University of San Francisco, University of Pacific, and Portland in straight sets. Number 1 pair Emily Soni and Samantha Manley did not lose a set all weekend, dominating every pair they went up against. Number 2 pair Adley Van Winden and Taylor Nelson were also perfect on the weekend. Cal Poly hosts their first home matches this weekend at Pismo Beach when they take on TCU in Arizona. Let's look at a few games coming up for the Mustangs. Men's tennis will take on University of Texas, San Antonio on Thursday, March 15th at 10 a.m. The baseball team will play against San Diego State on Friday, March 16th at 6 p.m. And finally, women's tennis will play Cal State Stanislaus at 11 a.m. on Saturday, March 17th at Cal State Stanislaus. Well, that's all we have for Poly Playbook Sports Action this show. You can follow us on Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook, or you can log in to mustangnews.net for continuous Cal Poly sports coverage. I'm Lauren Kozicki. Have a great rest of your week. Rest of your week? The fuck am I saying?